welcome back to my channel, Turnips to Tangerines, and today I'm just going to talk briefly about how to add omega-3 to your diet. I went to the doctor in December, and he wants me to add more omega-3s to my diet. He wants me to watch my carbohydrates, and he wants me to cut out sugar and, you know, blah, blah, blah. So, I've tried taking the fish oil tablets, or the little, they're like gel, some of them, and I've tried taking those every day. At one point, he had wanted me to take like 5 a day or 6 a day, and I was like, oh, I don't think I can take, no, I can't do it. I've tried different brands of the fish oil. I've tried different, you know, like take 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, or 2 at night, or whatever it was he wanted me to do. I've tried taking them with food, without food, with bread. I just cannot do it. I don't know why. It's got to be a mental block in my head. But anyway, I can't do it, so I said, well, what else can I do? So I went on the computer and I was doing a little research, and the first thing that came up was canned fish, like tuna, salmon is very good for you, you know, sardines, all that, oysters, all that kind of thing. And one good thing for me is the fact that I have a very low sodium content. I'm always super low on sodium. So he said for me, this is ideal because, you know, canned, smoked canned fish, you know, or whatever, can be sometimes very salty. I know anchovies are. But he said, you know, since you kind of, you know, you're not on a low salt restricted diet, you know, that's a good choice for me. So I thought, well, I used to love them. I used to eat this particular brand, the Brunswick, which I think everybody has seen this package somewhere in the store. I mean, you can buy these even at the dollar store, I think, has them. You know, Dollar General, any place. Walmart, I bought all these at Walmart. You know, and I'm sure everybody has maybe tried these or seen these. At least I've seen these somewhere in the store. And I used to like these. I used to eat these just plain on crackers for like a snack. And that was quite a few years ago I did that already. So, I mean, I have had these and I don't mind them. So, that was a plus. And so this brand, I thought, well, that I've tried already, so I know, you know, I like this brand. These were the 4 brands that they carried at Walmart, and the Walmart in Antigo, which is the one that I went to because that was closest to my house. So, and this was the other brand that they had. And I looked all these up online, and they're all, you know, fairly good from what I understand. And this is the King Oscar Kippered Snacks. I have never tried these, and I am going to try all of these. I was going to do like a taste test, but I thought, you know, I really don't want to open up 4 cans of, you know, Kipper snacks, and, you know, what am I going to do with them all once they're all open? It's just me. So I thought that's not real smart, you know, on my part. So I thought what I'll do is I'll make a recipe with each one and we'll go from there. So they had those, and then this was another one that seemed to get really good reviews, this Polar. I have never had these either. Like I said, these are all new to me. And you have to look, you know, to make sure it's got your omega-3s. Naturally smoked is good. What's another one? Wild caught is a good thing to look for. And then you have your GMO free and your BPA free and all that other good stuff. And one thing I found out, which I didn't know at the time, you know, I haven't bought these in years, is canned fish. It contains no sugar, and it contains no carbohydrates. So, hey, someone like me, I can eat these all day long and I'll be fine. So, that was the 3 here, and I bought one of each that they had. They had another brand, I don't even remember the name of some beach something, you know, Lake Beach or Beach, B-E-A-C-H, and I didn't buy that because I didn't see a lot of reviews on that online, so I thought, no. And then there's another one, I think it's called Crown Prince or something like that, and that's, they didn't have that one, but I would like to try that one also. And they all vary in prices. We're going to get to that in a second here. And this is the Bar Harbor, and this is 6.7 ounces, which is a little bigger can. Most of like these cans, this can, and this particular can, they're only 3.5 ounces. And this this is like getting your two for the price of one, if you want to look at it that way. I'm going to quickly take that off here, like 2 for the price of 1 on these. And I've heard mixed with these also. I've heard good and but everybody's different. You can't judge anything until you really try it yourself. I mean, that's what I think anyway. So here we go. There we go. Or not here we go. There we go. So we have the King Oscar Kippered Snack, or Kippered Snacks, yep. And we have the Polar Kippered Snacks, and we have the Brunswick, and these are the herring fillets, and we have the wild herring fillets that are from Bar Harbor. So, we're going to give each one of these their own taste test in a recipe. I'm not going to, open them all up and try them. I just don't. No, I'm not going to do that. So I have I have 4 different recipes that I'm going to be making with all of these. So, keep your eyes peeled. I'm not going to do them all at one time or all at, I don't want to get myself sick of the fish right away. So hopefully this is something that I can add to my diet. It's a good way to get it started if you want to, start adding omega-3s to your diet, I think. If it works out, hey, what the heck, And it's cheap. It's very economical. One thing I will say about canned fish is it's economical. I hate to say it, but I'm not a fan of tuna. I used to love tuna. I ate a lot of tuna when I was pregnant. Oh God, a long time ago. Well, my son, I'm going to be 65. My son is 45. So when I was pregnant with him 45 years ago, I ate a lot of tuna when I was first pregnant. And I ended up getting really, really violently ill on it. And I have had a hard time eating it ever since. So, I mean, that's a mental thing too. But, so I'm not a fan of tuna too much anymore. And I have tried, on Thursday I should have brought some water. I have tried to like salmon. I have eaten salmon in every form you can think of. I've grilled it. I've broiled it. I've put it in the air fryer. I have done everything I can possibly think of. Poached it to like it, and I just cannot. I just don't. I don't know why. I just don't. I like it smoked, but then, you're getting into something else. So, I have tried it every which way, and I don't know why. I just don't like it. So I kind of was like, well, kind of cut that out. And I don't like canned salmon, because every time I think of canned salmon, I think of my mom making salmon patties during Lent when I was growing up, and I hated them. And I always seem to get the little bone in my, they all come with a little bone in there. And I don't know. so anyway, getting back to the fact, or the point, that these are very inexpensive, very economical to add to your diet, and you can, get creative with it, really, and go from there. The Bar Harbor, which is right here, this particular brand was the most expensive. It was $3.22, and that's pretty darn cheap when you think about it. But it's also, 6.7 ounce can, which is double the other ones. So actually, you get more bang for your buck anyway with this brand here. So it's not a bad, whatever. So this is the Bar Harbor, and it was $3.22. And like I said, I have not tried this yet, but I'm going to. So here we go on that one. And then the next one was the King Oscar. And this brand here, which I saw all over the internet, was $2.16. So really, I mean, even if you add this to maybe a salad or something like that, or just eat it on crackers or whatever like that, I mean, that's pretty cheap. It really is economical. So even if you, had to buy 2 cans or something, I mean, you're still talking, under $5. So that was $2.16 for this particular can. And then the next 2 cans, these 2 here, the Polar, which like I said, it seemed to have a lot of good reviews, and it's something that I thought, well, okay, give it a try. This was $1.72, and then the Brunswick, which I think everybody has seen this brand before, this was also $1.72. So as far as adding omega-3 to your diet, hey, it's pretty economical if you go this route. Which, like I said, I'm going to make a recipe real soon. And I think I'm going to start off with the Polar, and we'll go from there. And so, stay tuned. Keep your eyes peeled for a recipe involving the Kippered Snacks. And, oh, that's another thing I was going to say. All of these Kippered Snacks, as they're called, they're all, the smoked herring fillets. Kippering is the process of what they do to the herring fillets when they get them ready to be processed here. I don't know exactly what it is they do to kipper the herring, but all Kippered Snacks are actually boneless fillets of herring. So keep that in mind. There's no such thing as a kipper fish. Kippering is a process of how they process the herring fillets, if that makes any sense. Anyhow, so that's it. And another thing I want to say is the reason why these are so high in the omega-3s, any of the herring or sardines, anchovies, I imagine, are high in the omega-3s, and this is something I didn't know either, but the smaller the fish, the higher the omega-3 content. So actually, tuna is good for you, but it's not high in omega-3s because tunas are huge, if you've ever seen a tuna. So that's the reason why tunas they're good for you and all that stuff, but they're not super high in the omega-3s because it comes from a larger fish. And then same with salmon. Salmons are smaller, it's more condensed. So think about that too. If you're trying to add more omega-3s to your diet, just remember that the smaller the fish, it has nothing to do with, like these are herring, has nothing to do with the smoking of it or anything like that. But the smaller the fish, the higher omega-3 content you're going to have. So that's why all of these are a good choice to get started to add omega-3s to your diet. I'm going to give it a try, and we're going to go from there. So keep your eyes open, and hopefully you push that notification button, and you'll know exactly when I post a recipe using Kippered Snacks or smoked boneless fillets of herring, if you want to get technical. So, have a good day, and I'll see you soon.